So there's a few things Chiori helps Navia with. Number 1, super fast setups. You just press her skill twice, she teleports 2 enemies and auto switches. You can then immediately use a teammate's burst. Number 2, helpful AoE sub DPS damage. This helps since Navia doesn't have a lot of damage outside of her own shotgun nukes. Also, Chiori is producing more crystal shards for Navia's nuke damage too. Number 3, unlike Zhongli or Albedo, Chiori actually has weapon and constellation upgrades if you want to invest in those.
Everybody stand back! Proper send down! Nice and spicy! Chiori toast! Delicate as silk! Coming at ya! This one's got your name on it! Teamwork is dreamwork! Get them! Hey there! Watch out! Let's target practice. Everybody stand back. Where do you think you're going? Get him! You're lucky! This one's got your name on it! Rubber eternal oasis! Going in! Get them! Flowers of your name on it!
So for Chiori's gear, I actually went with Golden Troupe, get a lot of skill damage buffs here, but I do think Husk of Opulent Dreams would be theoretically more optimal, especially considering I used her burst quite a lot in the Abyss. The reason was because I needed the extra damage per rotation. Like in Chamber 2, the burst helps weaken the first wave of enemies, and the AoE is nice for the adds these guys summon, but the main issue is obviously Husk is a very niche set, whereas I imagine most people would have way better Golden Troupe pieces. Unless you're considering actually strongboxing Husk, I've got some decent pieces already, so this is something I could potentially do just to finish my set, but do it at your own risk. For her weapon, I was using Albedo's event weapon here, Cinnabar Spindle. Now technically this isn't as big for Chiori as it is for Albedo due to her double scaling with attack and defense, whereas Albedo's skill here is just defense. But the issue I found is, just like Albedo, there's not much other 4-star alternatives. You could use Harbinger of Dawn, which is what many Albedos used to use when he first came out, but I found all this crit is just way too easy to overcap. You can see without the crit I'm already at 86%, plus you may not be playing in a team with Zhongli, so Chiori will be getting hit. Maybe Bennett can't fully heal her, or you might be using Farina, who obviously drains Chiori below the required 90% HP. And before someone asks, I did check Sacrificial Sword. You get another skill, but you don't get another doll.